Where we live now wasn't even accessible by driving straight north. You had to go around the top of Ethel Lake to gain access because all it was a mud trail. Well, now it's paved, and you know, that's a dramatic change. And that's what we're watching for, is the amount of traffic that's on that road and how they're doing, where they're going.
I'm concerned about Cold Lake water. And I heard you are not actually using Cold Lake water for this project. That's what I've learned today.
People are always concerned about water, and able to give folks some context about water crossings and water quality and what we're going to do to lessen our impact when we start development.
The processes of this project, because I think it's very important that you do have open houses and you show all the different things that can affect the city and outside the city.
80% of what people do out here is somehow connected to the oil field, and every time we hear of a new project coming, we get excited to find out what's going on, see how many people are going to be able to come to the community and support the area, make it stronger as we go forward.
They seem to be taking care of things and looking at it in the proper ways. So, you know, I don't think it's going to affect a lot. You know, we have a lot of development here already. So
most of the folks in this area have lived with development for a very long time. So you know the pros, the cons, the ins and the outs. You know the benefits that it brings, the jobs and employment and revenue to the area. But you also know that there's downsides. There'll be some additional traffic during the build phase, and there'll be some pressing on the infrastructure and that sort of thing. So, you know, we understand those things to an extent, but we would like to hear your feedback and concerns on them as well. And many of you know that we've been in the area for a few years now, conducting environmental baseline studies, traditional knowledge work, and our geoscience team has developed a very detailed model of the reservoir. We've decided to actually build this in 2 phases now. I'll give you the color around what that means, but ultimately it's 2 equal phases of 17,500 barrels a day for the complete project built out. By the time we were going to be finished, only phase 2. How did we get there? Well, we realized that by going with 2 phases, the equipment could be made larger, so less components means less loads and less total traffic over the build time frame. The overall construction window could be cut by the 2 years that I just mentioned, and so that means that, you know, peak manpower will go up during the build time frame, but it will be shorter overall by 2 years, so less disruption.
We don't talk about the beginning anymore. It's now about what's changed and what's new, and people are really enthusiastic. A better turnout tonight, bigger crowd than I've ever seen, and the pierogies were fantastic.
for us, it's like a little boost. You know, generally we have quite a bit of work in the area, but when these projects come in, we'll be with them from the start. So when the construction starts, obviously it boosts our business, but then also we stay with the maintenance side of it also. So the more work in this area, the better it is for my business.
Coming out to the community and explaining to us what you're doing, it's important that we know that the people that are building here care for what they're building, and it's important that we move as a group, the community and the companies that come to town, work together to make sure all these projects work.
We're looking forward to the information that we have garnered and see if we can figure it all out.